No matter how good you are, people will judge you for their own insecurities. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. Again, if you're new, my name is Jonathan. I like to talk about my testimony with God and personal growth in a gym setting. So if you guys like it, by all means leave a like, comment, or share with someone you might think it might help. And if you're really keen to it, consider subscribing. It's free. And you can always unsubscribe if you don't like it after a while. So today we are talking about, are you really being heard? Whoo! I know this one hits hard for me because the reason why I kept moving from job to job to job is because no matter how hard I worked, I couldn't move up. And I was impatient, yeah. But on top of that, it wasn't just about that. I know that I wanted to be a leader, but when you, I realized that when you want to be a leader, it's not something that is just like, okay, because you want it, you're gonna have it. It's something that you have to learn from and then get the experience from. I thought being a leader was telling people what to do, was reviewing reports and giving your input and seeing what you can do better for the company, but realizing that being a leader is not just about being in charge. Being a leader is about reflecting and learning from others to build yourself up, to learn to build others up. That not everyone is going to learn the way that you learned, and that you have to be there for people even though you got stuff going on in your life. So, is your voice actually being heard? Is it actually being heard? No, it's not. This is your sign to tell you that it's not. But that's okay, because I would rather tell you no than tell you yes and you go off of that. And then you think you can do anything. Because truthfully, we can't. There are certain things that we're not able to do, and it's okay. But you have to be okay with not being able to do those things, not being able to move on, not being able to be heard. Taking your time and reflecting on it is part of the journey. You need to understand that just because it's a no doesn't mean that it's always going to be a no. I've learned that God also gives three answers: yes, no, not right now. And the not right now is the hardest one, even after no. Because if you tell me no, at least you gave me a yes or no answer. But if you told me not right now, oh, I'm going to work even a billion times harder to get to that yes or no. And that's just how my brain functions. That's how I am. And I know it. So it's okay to not be heard, but work off of it. Ask for feedback. Ask for constructive criticism. Ask for criticism. I mean, the people who are going to be the most honest with you are your parents and your kids. Your parents want to see you succeed, but they know where you're lacking. Your kids have no filter. So they're not going to baby you, and they're not going to tell you, oh, no, it's okay. Maybe you should try here. Try. No, they're going to tell you, Dad, you're not funny. Dad, you have a belly. Dad, you have a big head. Uh, And that's just how it is sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I don't even know where I'm going. Um, there is nothing wrong with that. But just talk to yourself, let yourself take that in, and move on. That's how great leaders become great leaders. They keep messing up and they keep failing. Like I mentioned, I like to do all this in a gym setting. So if you are new here and you've already made it this far, comment a dinosaur just so I know that you're still around. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside. Today is back and buys. We're going to work out for a little bit and then we're going to continue the video. So I will see you inside. All right, guys. So continue where we left off. Um, so I'm just gonna read the quote that I see, like how I have it written down. No matter how good you are, people will judge you for their own insecurities. Now, when I hear that, it just smacks me in the face. Like, wow, that's crazy. Because I think about my insecurities, and then I realize, like, if I think something bad about someone or just judge them, all of a sudden I'm thinking that they are like I'm looking at a reflection of myself of why they look like this or they look like that is because at the end of the day they look like something that I want to look like, and then I started realizing vice versa. And no matter what I do, hold on, guys. No matter what I do, I still would fight myself for the little things. Like I kept telling myself that these little thoughts in my head were just how it is for a guy, right? And then I wasn't talking to myself. I wasn't letting myself actually let those thoughts process and realize that, hey, I'm not listening to myself in the right way. I'm putting myself down, so I'm constantly saying how much I don't like this part of my body, how much I don't like this aspect or this personality that I have, and all these little things. And I wasn't giving myself a chance to be heard to myself. And I realized after a long time that that was just killing me, like mentally, physically. And there's all these little things that I literally have gone through all these years. They always make me feel like I'm not being heard by others. And then I'm going around because I've heard it so much from others, or I think about it so much about others, that that's the way that I talk to myself, and the way that I tell myself that you're not okay because you're not this, you're not that, you're not this. And then after a while, I started seeing all these videos that would be motivational videos about you should be talking to yourself like this, talking to yourself like that. It didn't happen overnight, but I started telling myself, you're a good person. You're not a bad person. You can be good. You can be motivational. You can be a good person. You can be a good father. You can be a good husband. You can be a good member of the church. You can be X, Y, and Z. Like, it was just so crazy how these things were in my head. But it was because of the years of how much I tortured myself. And it was so crazy that I was just hurting myself so much from it. Okay, we're gonna keep continuing the video from here, but like the same thing I said earlier, we're gonna do a little bit more working out and then we're gonna finish up the video. But if you guys have made it this far, try leaving a magnifying glass so I know who's actually still here. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we are at the last clip of the video. I am feeling really tired, sorry. But continuing where we had left off, there's this one thing that I just told one of my friends here, Junior, and said, "You are the hero to your inner younger self." I think it's crazy because I know a lot of people talk about how if they went back, they would change this or change that, or they would do this or they would do that because they felt like no matter what they did, no one was listening anyways and telling them what they would have done better. But what's the point of changing something if it already got you to be who you are right now? Like, I take that to heart. You are the hero to your inner younger self. Like, your younger self is looking at you saying, "I'm so happy that we're here. I look up to you so much." But instead, we start thinking, "Oh God, I'm disappointing my younger self. I'm disappointing my inner self. I'm disappointing everyone." And it's not like that. It's never going to be like that. What you think of yourself is what you think of yourself. What other people think about you is what they think about you. It's never going to change, no matter what you do. And stop trying to be a people pleaser and just enjoy life and learn to accept the things that you can't change. But just know that you're working on it and that you're trying to be better and you're trying to evolve, and you're not going to be the same person you were before. One of these days, someone's going to hear you, but it's not right now. And that's okay. That is okay. You're not alone. That is going to be the end of my video. If you guys did make it this far, leave, try to leave a door. Leave a door at this one because you're opening up to what your future can hold. So try to leave a door if you made it this far. And if you did enjoy the content, by all means, like, comment, share with someone if you think it'll help them, and subscribe. I mean, it's free, and it's free to unsubscribe too. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday.